This is the Woke Socialist Podcast. We are woke, we are socialist, and we are not falling for the okie doke. Please like and subscribe to this video. It is free to do so. And right now, about 95% of corporate media is controlled by fascism, Donald Trump, and the suppression of your First Amendment right. So today we're going to talk about where we are as American people, where we are as voters, and where we are as Indigenous and Latino and Black Americans. First, let me state that this country was founded solely on the backs of Native Americans and Black people. Enslaved, both. Some assimilated, exterminated. And that extermination that happened in 1492, continuing to 1619, is still taking place now. But unlike other countries where they recognized the extermination, the invalidation, and the outlawing of certain beliefs because they were not pro-democracy. In 2026, this Congress, both Democratic and Republican, are participating in the worst genocide of Black, red, and brown people in the history of the world. When you come from a genocide, as Jewish people did during World War II, to an America so that you can infiltrate it on the behest of Israel. That is a colonization of the United States of America. You have committed the first original sin. When you are Black and an elected official and are a Zionist who is okay with the extermination of Palestinians, you can't play the race card. I'm done with you. We know your names. We know how you voted. We're not falling for the okie doke. So let me tell you something about the 2026 election in November. People talk about the October surprise. I'm going to tell you about the November surprise. This government will not experience a landslide victory against Donald Trump because people of color rescued this nation once again. We did it in the Civil War. We did it during the Civil Rights Movement. We did it when George Floyd had a knee on his neck. We're not going to do that again. This is how this is going to work. If you continue to take money from Aipac and say that you will not go on liberal podcasts and support people who support everything that this democracy should stand for, you will not only be primaried in your next election as Democrats, but you are the fuel that is going to ignite your worst nightmare. The vote blue no matter who movement is dead in most states. But you still get these people like Midas Touch, I gotta mention him, and people like that are still telling people that bullshit. You can say things on podcasts all you want, but the proof is in the pudding. Sellouts like Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker and Nancy Pelosi, they can post all day about how they're pro-black and pro-this and pro-that. We see you. We see you. And while I get 2 hours of sleep tomorrow, somebody else, like Kyle Kulinski, or the hip news women, are going to call you the fuck out. There is no blue wave coming. There is no rescue from Donald Trump because you think we're so disgusted with him. We are just as disgusted with you as we are with him. Now let me get on all y'all's attacks on Hassan Piker. Listen and learn. Listen and learn from Bernie Sanders, Zoran Mamdani, AOC, and many other socialists. Your old asses, if you are 40 and over, do not represent the majority of the Democratic populace that could turn this 2026 election into a revolution without blood. Instead, you're forcing people by saying you're going to fund ICE if they make changes. You're forcing American citizens to shed their blood on their own land. Because let me tell you something. There is nothing about Nancy Pelosi and Hakeem Jeffries and anybody else that is still Aipac that impresses any black, brown, or red person in America right now that is seeing the podcasts of these people. Nothing. And there were people that I was willing to support for president. I'm not now. You know why? Because AIPAC, people who support him, Democrats, that's a hit list. And I just hope we have enough time to put someone on the ballot against every member of Congress and Senate who supports AIPAC. If we can't, this will be the dream of Paul Lance. This will be our general strike. November 2026. In closing, I will say, since no one black is being honored in the United States military, no one black should join it. I will say this. Since no one black is being treated right now as an educated voter, no one black should vote for a Democrat. Right now, you have a better chance of survival in the United States of America. Since most of the Democratic Party has sold out to big business and special interests, you have a better chance of surviving the next 2 years by being outside of this country or joining a revolution. This is the John Brown Alliance, Woke Socialists, and the Maryland 400. Have the day you voted for.